The Home Minister Amit Shah, who's on a visit to violence-hit Manipur. It's been 25 days of violence. He has now arrived in one of the worst-hit areas, which is Churachandpur. So Amit Shah arriving in Churachandpur. Remember, the situation in the state is extremely fragile. Once again, violence broke out over the last couple of days. Many villagers have fled their homes. Villages have been abandoned. So Home Minister Amit Shah arrived last night in Manipur on a 3-day visit. He chaired a security review meeting. Chief Minister Biren Singh, MOS Nityanand Rai and other members of the Manipur cabinet were part of this meeting. The army has also arrested 25 heavily armed people in the last 2 days, is what they have said. But for the moment, Amit Shah arriving in the worst hit Churachandpur area. In fact, reports that we're getting from there say that many tribal women are welcoming him there. They're holding up India flags and carrying posters, many carrying posters that say only the centre can find a solution to the Manipur crisis that we have been seeing. Well, let's go across now to Saurabh for more. And Saurabh, NDTV Saurabh, who has been there and covering these deserted villages and the situation on the ground. Now, Saurabh, Amit Shah has arrived at Churachandpur, and this is one of the worst affected areas in this violence.
Absolutely, Gargi. And in fact, as Mr. Shah arrived, I think nearly about at least 3 to 4 kilometers of the road on both sides, women lined up with India flags, the Indian tricolour, and welcoming the Home Minister. In fact, if I can read one of the posters, it says, Cookie people, welcome Home Minister Amit Shah. We applaud Modi government's efforts to restore peace in Manipur, but they also go on to add that perhaps it's only the centre that can provide a solution in a state that has literally seen ethnic violence between two communities, and that violence is still, continuing. The embers of that violence are still being felt. There are incidents of, gunfire happening along some of the areas. But at this point, really, the focus is that Union Home Minister Amit Shah is actually present in Churachandpur, where it all started, on the first day of this outbreak of violence. And that, of course, is the center point of the issue that's here. And Mr. Amit Shah is here to discuss those issues along with, the officials, the security officials, the state officials. But really, I think a stunning kind of visual that will stand out from the Union Home Minister's visit is perhaps the miles and miles of, lines across the road as the Union Home Minister arrived, all of them silent, with posters welcoming the Union Home Minister to Churachandpur, also saying that perhaps the centre can provide a solution. Of course, saying that they, their grievances.
But it's a huge challenge, isn't it? You've been reporting from there. You were there earlier as well. It's been 26 days since the violence broke out. And as the army chief, the chief of defense staff has also, General Anil Chauhan, spoken out that this is a, clash between two ethnicities. It's not counterinsurgency. So a huge issue. And the fact that it's been going on for 26 days is something that has been quite troubling.
Yes, it's right, and it's two ethnic groups, and that is perhaps the center point of it, and that's perhaps what makes it even more challenging in terms of finding a solution. Because if it were just an insurgency problem, then you have a security response to it, and then you deal with it. But this is not that. This is something different. This is, for example, look at the lines of women, as Union Home Minister Amit Shah arrived, all of them very proudly holding up the Indian tricolour, welcoming the Union Home Minister, but also saying, please step in and provide a solution. We don't have faith in the government here in Manipur. But that is the central plea of, this group. And that is why, the Union Home Minister's visit today to Churachandpur is extremely, extremely significant in the entire, moments in this continuing ethnic violence which the security forces have been dealing with. But like I said, yes, it's going to be a massive challenge because it is a conflict between two ethnic groups and the state completely divided along ethnic lines where, people have fled homes, people have lost their properties, everything. So that's the thing. But the Union Home Minister's arrival, greeted and hopeful of a solution.